Hey everyone, it's Megan. I hope you all are having a great week, and today I'm going to share with you my week 7 update of my Shop My Stash summer. And I finished a product this week, but first, before I do that, I wanted to show you guys some pictures that I found when I was looking for something in my basement, and I just came across these and I thought that they were like really funny. So this was probably when I was turning 9, I think. And so these were my two best friends at the time, and they were doing my makeup, and I'm like laying there like I'm fast asleep, like so I was totally not engaged, but I thought that this picture was especially funny. And then here's another angle of them doing my makeup. So I just thought these were so cute, and I thought that I would like to share them with you because it shows that I've been like really in love with beauty and makeup for a very long time, so I just wanted to share those with you guys. But the exciting thing is that I finished a product this week, and it was the Victoria's Secret Bombshell perfume, and I was so happy when I finally finished this, and it was just like a victory, and it was fun to use it up. I liked the scent and everything, so it wasn't a struggle, but it was totally awesome to finish a like actual bigger than just like a really small sample of a perfume. So I thought this was pretty awesome, and I was really proud to finish it up. And then for the other products that I was trying to finish up, I then added another Victoria's Secret like deluxe sample. It's not a deluxe sample, I got it in like a kit. So like a small size of the Victoria's Secret Gorgeous perfume, which smells good as well. So I have a little less than half left in this, so I'll work on this and use it up hopefully in the coming weeks. For my MAC High Tea lipstick, it seriously looks the same when I show it every single week, but I try to use it a little bit. I didn't use it that much though. For my La Roche-Posay sunscreen, I was at this second line at the beginning of the week, and now I am more down here. So I used a good deal of it this week, and I'll just keep trucking on it next week and the coming weeks. For my e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set, let's see, I only used a little bit. I was here last week, and now I'm just a little bit further down. I used this a lot last week when I had my Fear and A eyeshadows, because I used this in conjunction with them because they perform really well when they're wet. So since I didn't have those in my basket this week, I didn't use this as much. But I'm really getting down to the bottom of the bottle, which is exciting, so I am going to try to remember to use this more often, because the more I use it, I realize it doesn't really do anything for my, like, setting my makeup, but I've been trying to use it in different ways, so I'm working on that. For my Physicians Formula Healthy Wear, I tried to use this a bit more this week, and I feel like I made a lot of progress with it, but it just doesn't look that impressive, but it has more pan, I think, showing. So, I don't know, I'll be like so happy when I finish this. It would be like totally awesome. My e.l.f. HD powder, I used this a few times. It's so hard to show like my progress of this because I can barely see into the like container to really track my progress, but I'm still working on this. And then my two Revlon ColorStay pencils, I tried to use these a ton this week, and I really did a good job. So I'll just show them compared to each other because maybe that'll help like document it. And I almost have like the same amount for each. This is the ColorStay Brow Enhancer in light brown, and this is the ColorStay Eyeliner in Blackberry. So I'm pretty close to finishing both of these. I'm super excited, and I really enjoyed using both. Once I realized that I liked using the brow pencil like in the outer part of my eyebrows, I've been using it more like basically every day, and so it's helping me use it up, and I've also enjoyed how it makes my eyebrows look. So those are all the things that I am working on finishing, and again, nothing like too momentous besides finishing this, but it's a work in progress, as you guys know if you're also doing this. So for my basket, I really liked my basket this week. I had a lot of fun playing around with it, especially for my eyes. And I also did something that I didn't include in my basket, but I challenged myself to use a different cream eyeshadow as a base every single day. So I thought that that was fun and made me use some that I recently purchased, which I hope to do a haul really soon because I bought a lot of stuff and I want to share it. But that was my challenge to myself and I did it. So I was really happy about that. And so going into the basket, I put 4 lip products in this week. And I did all of the sort of like lip balm sort of things that they have now. I did the L'Oreal Balm Color Riche lip balms and then the Maybelline Color Whispers. And I have 2 of each, so it worked out pretty well. For the Color Whispers, I really like both these colors, and one of them is a new purchase that I got last Friday, I think. This first one is number 60 Pink Rebel, and this is just a really pretty pink color, and I think that it's just nice to have a sort of bright color for this sort of like balmy texture, so I really like that. And then the one that's new to me is number 40 Orange Attitude. And this might have been limited edition, I'm not sure. I got this at Walgreens last Friday. And it was so cheap. It was less than $2 and I got a lot of other Maybelline limited edition stuff for like super cheap. So those are those 2 and I enjoyed using those. And then the L'Oreal Balms, I put in Nourishing Nude into my basket, which is amazing. And by the way, these smell so good. They smell like caramel. And I really love the packaging. I think it's really like sleek. This is Nourishing Nude. And when I got this one that I also had in my basket, this is Laze in the Maze, which my friend Natasha recommended to me, and this was in a limited edition collection. And this is so pretty. I love that color. I have it on a little bit today. So when I bought this one, I really enjoyed it, and one of my friends on here, Zoe, she recommended Nourishing Nude to me, and I got it, and I love it. So I love both of these. I had Laze in the Maze in my purse, so I use this a bit more than the other ones, but I really enjoyed all of these, and I recommend both formulations, but I would steer you more towards the L'Oreal ones if you are bigger into like good smelling products because they just smell so good. So I loved those, and as you can see, the colors are all different, but they're all really nice. So for face, again, I had my Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, Broadband Spectrum, SPF 20, and I enjoyed this again this week, but I didn't use it every day. I really like it, but I don't know, I'm still not 100% with the silicone-y feel because when I've used it every single day, I don't know, I've sort of liked it a little bit less, which kind of stinks, but I think that it's a really nice primer. Hopefully next week I'll finish it up, but I did enjoy using this. And then the foundation that I chose to put in my basket is my Revlon Nearly Naked, and I have it in number 110 Ivory, and this has SPF 20. And I love this foundation. I use this with my beauty blender, and I love my foundations even more now that I have a beauty blender. So I really enjoyed using this. It's a nice light coverage. I have a review of it, so I'll link that down below if you're interested, but I do really like it. It's a nice light coverage, especially for the summer, and with a beauty blender, it's like I am totally more in love with all of my liquid foundations now. So that was my base. And then for bronzer, I put my NYC Sun and Bronze Bronzing Powder and Hampton's Radiance in my basket. And I love this bronzer. I think I've had this in my first or second basket as well. But I hope you guys can see, I totally have like flattened out the little, like, they looked like studs before, the pattern in this product, and now they're almost completely flat. So I have used this every single day. I loved it. I really recommend it. It's less than $5 and it's just a really nice bronzer if you have light skin. So I totally love this and totally enjoyed using it. For my highlight, I put my MUA Undress Your Skin Shimmering Highlight in my basket because I realized that I haven't used this a lot recently and it's just so beautiful. I love this highlight. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And if you live somewhere that sells MUA, you need to have this in your life because it's so beautiful. It's such a nice consistency and also a nice color, and it gives such a beautiful look to your cheeks. And as you can see, I really made wear on the pattern, but I totally love that, and Sam sent that to me, so thank you, Sam, because I really, really loved it this week and always. For blush, I put in my Victoria's Secret Silky Powder Blush in Fame, which was a limited edition Victoria's Secret product, and I love this blush. It's so nice. The consistency of it is really, really smooth, and I wish they had blushes like this more. I looked at their store last week and was really looking for a blush like this, like the really nice packaging. Whoa, as I almost break it. So I was looking for something like this, but their collection that they have out now is not as sleek. It's not as I don't know. I just think this looks really nice, and it's a really nice color, and I hope some of you guys picked this up when it was available. This was in the fall or last spring or something. I can't remember. Maybe last spring, and it's really nice, and I love the color. I'm wearing it today as I'm wearing basically all the other products that I'm showing you. So I enjoyed using that this week. For eyeshadow primer, again, I put my Urban Decay Primer Potion in Greed, just this little one. I've loved this. It's awesome. And if you guys are fans of the Urban Decay Primer Potion and you're not too sure about the colored ones, because I wasn't really sure about them, especially this gold, because I'm not a big fan of gold eyeshadows. I like cooler tones. But Sam sent this to me in our birthday swap, and I really, really loved it. When you sheer it out, it just looks like shimmer, not really really gold, unless you want to build it up to that. But I have loved this again this week, and maybe I shouldn't even put it in my basket anymore because I just use it every day anyhow, but I've loved that. For mascara, I put in 2 because I was so excited to try out this Chanel sample that I got when Nordstrom was doing a sale, and the other Chanel mascara sample that I used 2 weeks ago, I think. I used that for 2 or 3 weeks, and it was the Chanel Inimitable mascara. That was from the Nordstrom samples as well. And so I just put this in my backup drawer until I was ready to use it. And this is the Le Volume de Chanel Mascara in number 10 Noir. And I was so excited about this because I have heard so many people talk about it and say how good it is and stuff. And when I opened mine, it was completely dried out. It was worse than it is now. And I know you can't really tell that. But it was all stuck to the bristles of the mascara wand, so I had to scrape it off, and I had no idea what to do. So I looked up ways to revive mascara, and I ended up putting a drip of water in one night, and then using it the next day, and I still thought it was a little dry, so I put another drip in the next day and left it overnight, and it made it a little bit better. And I really love how this makes my lashes look. And it has a short plastic bristle wand, the bristles are short, and I think the consistency of it is dry in the first place, but I think it was a little bit opened in the sample, so I think that that's why it really dried out. So I don't think I'll use this again next week because it's really, really dry. And I'm really sad about that because I think that this is a really, really nice mascara, and I wasn't sure with the wand because usually I don't like these plastic bristles, but there's something about it that really does give volume to my lashes, and I really did like when I used it. But since it's really dry, I think I'm just going to put it in my empties bag, which is really sad, and I wish that I could use this more. So if you guys have any suggestions, I even put it in hot water overnight, and nothing really worked too well. So if you have suggestions, let me know how to revive a mascara, but I think it's pretty much donezo. unfortunately. And I would love to purchase the full size to try it because I think that I would love it, but I'm sure that this is really expensive for a mascara, and I've never bought a high-end mascara, so I'm not sure if I would want to go from like no high-end straight to Chanel, you know what I mean? But I do think this is really nice, and maybe I will try it in the future, but probably not right now. And then my other mascara that because of that experience with that mascara, I was sort of like bummed and I didn't know what to do because I figured that any mascara that I was going to try was going to disappoint me because I'm really dramatic like that. But I had this Rimmel Glam Eyes Day to Night Defined Length / Intense Volume Mascara that I got when CVS had their like 75% off sale. And I picked this up and just put it in my backup drawer. I bought this like a month or two ago, and it's the one that has the two different, they're not different wands, but just the two different sections. This is the length, and then you put it back in, and then you can use the volume side as well. And there's a MAC mascara like this, the Hot and Naughty Lash, that I was interested to try to compare for you guys, but again, it's expensive, and I've never bought an expensive mascara, so I'm just sort of like, I don't know, I'm on the edge on whether to buy it or not. But I was like, ugh, mascaras are so disappointing to me, and this wand just looked so standard, so boring. It's just like that swirly sort of wand that like it's never done anything for me, this kind of wand. And I was just like, great, I'm gonna have another mascara disappointment. But this mascara is awesome. It's really impressed me, and I think that because I've had such, like, I didn't have any expectations because I was like, this is gonna disappoint me. I think that's why I'm so impressed, and I have it on my lashes today. It's awesome. I really like it, and I have it in number 3 Extreme Black. So what I've been doing is taking the voluminous wand or side and doing my top lashes, and it really gives my lashes a nice look that I really like. It's sort of like that defined and sort of clumpy look, which I personally like. I know that's not everyone's taste, but I'll do my top lashes with that. And then sometimes I'll take the length side and go over my top lashes, but what I've been doing mostly is just using the length, which it just pulls out, because the stopper is smaller, it pulls off more of the product, and I've been using that on my bottom lashes, so then there's not as much product on the wand, and it's just really great. It doesn't transfer on me, and not up at the top, not on the bottom, nothing. So I'm really, really impressed with this, and I'm so glad that I tried it out and that I wasn't like totally bummed with the outcome, because I set myself up to believe that it wasn't going to be good, and it ended up being really awesome. So if you guys find this on sale, or if you have it in like one of your drawers and you've never opened it, give it a try, because you might be really pleasantly surprised if you like eyelashes like I do. So I had sort of a disappointing mascara, but then a really exciting discovery. So that was my little mascara rant. One product that I didn't end up using was the Milani Infinite Liquid Eyeliner in number 1, and this is also something that Sam sent me, and this is a product that I've had before. It's just a beautiful blue liquid liner. It is amazing. I can like attest to that from my first experience with it, but I just didn't use it this week. I was feeling more neutral with my eye makeup, and I don't know, I just didn't use it. So maybe I'll put it in my basket next week and hopefully use it 1 or 2 times, but I just didn't use it this week. And then the last 4 things are eyeshadows. One of the ones that I have on now is this Sephora Outrageous Prisma Chrome Outrageous Metallic Lilac, and you'll see this when I film my haul video, but this is just a product that so many people have been talking about recently, these outrageous Sephora eyeshadows, and they're on sale at Sephora right now. So if you go to your local Sephora, these will most likely be in your clearance section, and they're on sale for $7. So this is the one I picked up, and I have it on my upper lash line today. If you guys can tell, I have it on pretty lightly, so I'm not sure if you can. I think this would be a really great shadow to use wet, all over the lid or like as liner or something. I only used it today, so I can't really tell you a full review or anything, but I think the color is nice and I liked how it applied, and I thought that it was fun to try for $7. So if you guys see that at your Sephora, I would say try one out. They have a bunch of different colors. I wish that my Sephora would have had the taupe one because I really, really want that. But it didn't, unfortunately, but I am excited that I got to try a color that I probably wouldn't have bought at full price. So I really did enjoy using it today. Two eyeshadows that Sam sent me were two e.l.f. single eyeshadows, and she sent me Sunset and Wild Wheat. And I have Wild Wheat on today all over my lid, and it's just a nice like tan tone of eyeshadow. It's just pretty standard. It's a nice color. It's a little bit warm toned, and it has a little bit of shimmer, but this was a nice basic color to have in my basket. And then Sunset is the other one that I had, and it's like a sort of orangey color, and I really don't choose these color of eyeshadows for me, but I always notice that they can be really nice in like the crease a little bit just to warm it up. But I don't know if I actually use this as eyeshadow. Maybe I did one time, but yesterday I really surprised myself and went a little bit outside of my comfort zone, and I used this as a blush, which I don't know what like made me do it. I just looked at it in my basket and I was like, that would make a pretty blush. So I put this on as a blush, and it's very like shimmery on the cheek, especially because I also had on a highlight on top of it, or actually under it. But this is actually a really pretty blush color, and again, it's Sunset and it's the e.l.f. single eyeshadow, and so I just thought that was sort of fun, a different thing to do, and something that, I don't know, I probably wouldn't have done normally, but something struck me and I thought that it would be pretty, and it was. So if you guys have like an orangey sort of eyeshadow that you might not use a lot, maybe use it as a blush and you might be pleasantly surprised, because I definitely was. And then the last thing that I had in my basket was another thing that Sam sent me, but this was during our first swap, and this is the MUA Heaven and Earth eyeshadow palette. And in that first swap, she also gave me the MUA palettes, the Undressed and Undress Me 2 eyeshadow palettes that are dupes for the Urban Decay 1 and Urban Decay 2 Naked palettes. Sorry, I didn't say the Naked palette, but those are the dupes for that. And I was so in love with those that I didn't even try this. Like, it was just sitting in my drawer, collecting dust, not being used, not being appreciated. So I thought that this week I would bring it out, because I was like, I just wasn't sure, because I was so in love with those that I was like, are these shadows going to be like the same as those are, blah, blah, blah. This is amazing. I love this eyeshadow palette. It has a really nice mixture of warm and cool tones. It looks like all of them are shimmery when you look at it when it's first untouched and when you don't apply them to your lids. But when you apply them, some of them are just so, like, they don't have a lot of sparkle or anything. None of them really have sparkle. But some of them, the sheen is so slight that they basically look matte, but they look a little prettier than a matte would. So I have loved this palette this week, and if you guys are somewhere that sells MUA, like I said, pick up that Undressed highlighter, and definitely pick up this eyeshadow palette as well, because this is the first one that I heard of. And I always was sort of intrigued by, but I never bought it for myself. But then when Sam sent me all three of these, I just really gravitated to the ones that were dupes of the Naked palettes, because I thought that that was cool. But this is not a dupe for anything, but it is beautiful and amazing, and I totally enjoyed using it this week. So it's just awesome. It's really inexpensive, even if you have to pay a little more for shipping if these aren't where you live. So I love this. Thank you so much, Sam. I know you sent me a lot of the stuff that I put in my basket, so thank you again. That was like so sweet of you to send me this stuff. But yeah, I loved it this week, and I'm so happy that I finally used it, because I feel so silly that I didn't use it before, but I totally loved it. So that is my update on my week 7 Shop My Stash basket, and as always I'm excited to shop my stash again after this video and pick out my products for next week, because that is something I really enjoy doing, and I'm sure if you guys are doing a shop your stash basket or like this sort of idea, it's really fun to do, and I'm sure you guys understand. So also I wanted to say thank you. I'm not sure if by the time this video goes up I'll have hit 350 subscribers, but I'm like 1 or 2 away as I'm filming this, and I'm just so thankful to you guys, and it's really incredible to me how many of you subscribe to my channel and watch and comment. It seriously means the world to me, and I really appreciate every single one of you. So thank you for everything that you do and for supporting me, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and all my videos, and I will see you guys tomorrow with a 5 product Friday. So until then, take care.